the first time we've really run into snow. We're going to be in Fort Davis probably in an hour. Okay, this is the mountains a little bit, you can see. Well, this is the city that's before you get to the mountains. And we just turned out to go to Fort Davis. The window's really dirty, but if you can see through it, we're in the mountains now. We're probably about 10 miles from Fort Davis. Boys, what do you think of the snow? It's inside the barracks, one of the barracks, but they put a lot of cannons in here. There's a fireplace, but now they've got a lot of wagons and stuff like that in here. This recreated barracks, or I guess squad room is what they called it. Bill's going to go around and see if we can go inside. That's kind of cool. And these are some of the buildings that of the older part that have been restored. But this is pre-Civil War building. There's the officers' quarters. Okay, and this is the other part that is after the Civil War. You can see some of the original foundation. Okay, here's another shot of Fort Davis. That's the town right there. Pretty cool. We'll swing around, give you a headache. There's the sun. There's Bill!
One of the original soldiers.
Yeah. You're not supposed to touch the building. Yeah. I'm zooming in on him. He's there. Pretty buck. Okay, these are, what'd you say, wild antelope?
Antelope.
They're just sitting on the side of the freeway behind a fence, eating. Let's see, we just got back from, where'd we go, Bill? We went to Alpine, Marfa. We're going to go back there tonight to see the lights of Marfa. This is our room at Indian Lodge. Oops, I guess you don't need to see that.
We had a flanker
And
soda fountain.
yeah, we stopped in Fort Davis and had lunch. This is one of the courtyards at Fort Davis. They've got a lot of, or at Indian Lodge. It was built in the 30s during the Depression by the CCC, civilian, oh, I studied that in school and I can't remember. This is a really nice view from the patio up here at Indian Inn. They even have a swimming pool, but it's a little cold to go swimming. This is kind of the view that we have out of our window too. Isn't that pretty? Yesterday it was full of snow. Yeah, that's beautiful. What you hear in the background is the snow melting from the roof. And this is the lobby. Angle of the lobby. As you can see, it's not real crowded right now. They got their Christmas tree up. And they've got some stuff on the history, of course. No fireplace yet. They got lots of stuff over here on the making of when they built it. That's the guy who built it for the CCC. Like, I really know a lot of the history here. They were having fun. I guess that's the beginning, the very first beginning of construction. And this is another outdoor patio. See, that's really pretty up there. And it's a little well in the middle. It's a beautiful day out, even though there's still, you can see a little bit of snow here still. And this is kind of the outside of the lodge. And we're in a room right around the corner there. But isn't it pretty? Bill and I are going to try to go hiking now. Around, and we're in White Oaks that used to be a mining town. Now it's abandoned. And this schoolhouse, this is real cute. The Schoolhouse Museum, maintained and under constant restoration by the White Oaks Historical Society. Annual membership, dues $15. But this is what's funny. Open about noon weekdays from when it gets warm in the spring until when it gets cold in the fall. Sometimes, other times it's open. That's kind of cute. We've just been driving around and seeing pretty country, but we really haven't videotaped anything today. But this used to be a gold mine in town, which is totally abandoned. There's the front of the school. That's why I haven't videotaped too much. This is the Three Rivers Petroglyph Trail. And here. And you can see in the rocks the drawings that were made millions of years ago. Right there. And there. And the rocks. And this place was off 54. Those you can't see too good. Blancas in the background. There's another one. That's a pretty good sized one. There's another good sized one. That's a really interesting one. There's some on that rock. Almost looks like an armadillo. That one. So you can zoom in on this and get a real good shot. What was that other one? Oh. Oh yeah, look at that. There's some more.
Don't see it?
Yeah. Let's see if I can sneak up on him. Is that a roadrunner? He's just sitting there looking at us. Like we're weird. No? I don't know. Do you think it's an owl? Wait, I lost it. There it is.
Roadrunner. With a long tail.
No, I think it is an owl.
Huh?
It's awful big for a roadrunner. Oh, it is a roadrunner. Where'd he go? This is the Tularosa Basin. And just beyond that lie lava beds in the Rio Grande Valley. Hey Bill, wave hi.
Hi.
What do you think?
Probably one of the original settlers here.
Uh-huh. What year was that?
1426.
BC? Okay. There's still snow on the mountains. And this is the Sacramento Mountains. This side. Oh, I forgot to tell you. These are the, what mountains were these? San Andreas Mountains. To this side.
Says this image is probably the best known and most photographed at Three Rivers. The body of this bighorn sheep is filled with mistress style geometric design and is pierced by 3 arrows.
Oh. Some other stuff. Bill says that that's him with big
Note the
ears.
typical round face and almond-shaped eyes. This figure was drawn with earrings.
Yeah, you can see the earrings. There was some more on here.
Yeah, in H's.
Right here, I don't know what that's supposed to be. You're not going to take us around the house?
Okay, this is Jimmy's house. This is his favorite chair, the living room. That's a new fireplace, TV, VCR.
We still got our crap on the couch.
Couch.
We're unpacking. Okay, go ahead.
And then And here's the kitchen area. It has all your washer and dryer.
You don't have to do that detailed of a tour.
Has all your appliances, all your amenities of home.
Okay.
And
I don't know if we really need to see the
right.
bathrooms that much.
Then on the left is a small guest bedroom, one bed, nicely furnished. And here's some twin beds, so when you get mad at your spouse. And then here's the master bedroom, big king size bed, closet, bathroom with the shower and deal. And we had a wonderful stay, and maybe we'll come back again someday.
Good.
Is well known in the community, I can see. And Don, if you care to come up.
I do, and when they said that I could talk there, I made a few notes. But like Bill, I have to put glasses on, or I won't be able to see. But I like our master. I want to welcome each one of you here, and thank you for coming. Also want to say that Ms. Brown deserves this honor. It puts her in some high company that she well deserves. This award that we are presenting her is not given lightly. It's not given all that often, and it's only given to the most deserving people that have modeled in their community, in their moral life, in their church work, and in numerous things that make a person a great person. And that's some very distinguished public figures have received this award, but it's not always given, and most of the time it's not even given to distinguished public figures. It's given to people like Ms. Brown. People who every day set an example in their life to help others, to help children, and to help anyone that is in need of help, who go through life without looking for a reward, without looking for any honor or any praise, but just go through life doing their Christian duty as their faith leads them, and doing what all of us should do. She follows the golden rule. I am sure that all of you have seen the bumper sticker that says, and I'm not going to read all the rest of these notes. I'm going to let some of you other people that have something to say about Ms. Brown. Before we present the award, I would like to give all of you a chance to stand up and say what your feelings are. Because I think by now, you know the feelings my wife and I have for her. So if you, and I understand we have students of Ms. Brown here, former students. So if you would like to stand up at this time, say anything you want to about Ms. Brown, but make sure that it's good. So the floor is yours.
Jackie, why don't you start? When I told her she had 3 minutes, she said,
I had lots of practice. That's all the school board gives me too. I've got 3 daughters. My oldest will turn 17 in January. And when she was 2 years old, and I had just had Kimberly this December before, I was looking for that place for them. Not a Mother's Morning Out, I could do that at the house. But I needed something special for my girls. And a neighbor down the street had her daughter Amber Harper, and she said, there is no other school. This is the one you need to go see. So with a 2-year-old and a baby in my arms, I go to visit Miss Brown's Jet Star School. And she said, we don't take them until they're 3. That's okay. I want to be on the list. So for a year and 7 months, we waited, and we didn't mind. And after 2 hours in the class, we knew that's where we wanted to be. And I've kind of broken it down.
Someone's coming up. I have a great memory that Miss Brown's left with me with her little Christmas bazaar that she always used to have. And I have so many memories of being about this high and just being able to see level with the tables and walking into this big, huge room full of all of these neat little gadgets that you could never get when you're with your parents because you didn't need that. You already had everything. And I have some of the best memories of walking in there, and you know, when you go shopping with your parents and you're that little, you always have to just stick right with them. Well, this was the only place that you could go and be free to go shopping with your own money and getting what you wanted to get. And I remember going in there and the tables were always on the right side, and you'd walk in and it seemed like endless toys, and you know, I'd always go up and down and looking and seeing what I could buy for my dad and my sister, because you know, at that age you really don't have a source of income. You have maybe a couple of dollars, and you don't have much money to spend, and you wanted to get something for yourself too. And so
some of my grandchildren always bought the bath salts, and they wondered why their mother hadn't used it. They took showers.
When I think about Christine Brown, first thing I think of is that she's a teacher. She teaches children, she teaches parents, she teaches. But 2 other words that describe her are loving and practical. And those 2 characteristics have come out so strongly in her garage sales for decades now. Years ago, I am told, the WMS Methodist Church was supporting a missionary not very well. The money was not coming in. So Chris says, okay, we'll get it, and proceeded to start holding garage sales to make money to support this missionary. Then, somebody else is going to talk about it, but on one of Chris's, is it 5 or 6 retirements you've done now? I think it's 5, but it could be 6. I've lost track. She's retired several times. And on one of those retirements, several people started, not terribly well, not very big, a scholarship fund in her name. And Chris thought that was wonderful, but thought it wasn't nearly big enough that it was going to do anybody any good. And so the need for the garage sales for the missionaries having ended a little while before that, she says, okay, I know what to do. Let's have garage sales again. And so for better than 10 years, she's been holding garage sales a couple of times a year or more to make money to build this scholarship fund. Her house is full. She and John put up with a lot to do these garage sales because the house would be full for weeks. Still is. There was one that somebody said just a few weeks ago. The house is full for weeks with things that people bring and that she begs and borrows from other people who don't bring them until she asks, so that she can organize things for the garage sale. And she has lots of good materials and the price is always right.
Scholarships today, they start at $300, which is certainly not a full scholarship. And this last year we were able to give 5 scholarships, and 2 of them were $500. The money from the garage sales goes into the bank, and we only use the interest. And we now have $35,000 drawing interest for next year. Bring your junk. I only take J-U-N-Q-U-E.
So we're going to talk about that scholarship fund. I brought pictures of how it all started, so I thought I would pass those around. That is you, right? Is everybody here?
She's got dark hair here.
I think she was. Did your clown have a name? I don't remember. Your clown.
Oh,
Clown
my
the
clown,
circus?
no,
No, just
no.
Mrs. Brown the clown.
Yes.
On May 27th, 1984, it all started out with this circus, which I think was a tradition at the Jet Star School.
I don't want to repeat what anybody else has said, but I put some things down in writing to make sure that we didn't miss anything about Nanny. I think we still will miss some things because there's so much to say. If you ever wanted a lesson on how to make a difference, just take a look at the life of Chris Brown. In a short span of 79 years, this remarkable woman has reached deep and continues to reach deep, far and wide, to touch the lives of her children, her grandchildren, her great-grandchildren, her students, her neighborhood, her church, and her community. Just briefly, some of her achievements over her life. She was born September 10th, 1919, the youngest of 4 children. In high school, she began her long life of service by volunteering to teach vacation Bible school during the summer and later working as a playground supervisor. She was married for 53 years until her husband passed away earlier this year. During his many years of poor health, she devotedly stayed by his side and never complained of the daily demands of caring for him. She's raised 3 grandchildren and helped materially, emotionally, and spiritually to raise 9 grandchildren and 10 great-grandchildren. She achieved a bachelor's degree in education from the Teachers College in St. Louis, achieved a master's degree in education from Southwest Texas State University in San Marcos, taught kindergarten and first grade in the public schools for 31 years, established a Mother's Morning Out, which eventually became the Manchaca United Methodist Church Jet Star School for 13 years, and 3 of her own great-grandchildren were taught by her at that school. The scholarship fund's already been mentioned. I just want everybody to know that when a garage sale is held for this scholarship fund, that Mrs. Brown does almost all the work herself. Everything from pricing to actually being out there and selling to manning the cash box, and she even chases you off if you try to buy anything before she's open. Yeah, she does everything. Because of her husband's failing health, she taught preschool in her own home for 6 years and donated all the tuition to the scholarship fund. She kept none of it for herself. If someone couldn't pay, she'd teach them for free. So her teaching career spanned more than 50 years. During these years, she contributed many other volunteer services. She's always taught Sunday school to the little ones. For years, she was very involved in the church's summer Bible school program. She was instrumental in the annual Halloween carnival for the church. She was a main organizer of the church's biannual rummage sales. She held the children's shopping center for many years, along with the church's craft show, so the children would have a chance to shop for others at an affordable price, like we've heard about already.